Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Mr.Clean, and today we're here to talk about the weekly VR news. Now we have some freaking cool stuff to be talking about. Quest 3 leaks! Oh my god, we're not even out with the Quest Pro and we've already got the Quest 3 leaks.
It's kind of insane!
We also have new games to be speaking about, a bunch of other cool things, so stick around. Oh my gosh, it's been a spicy week. Let's start off with some gaming news. We have Runner coming out tomorrow. I already covered this on the new releases video if you want to see a little bit more in depth about this. But Runner is a cool looking game where you get on a motorbike and shoot a bunch of stuff, and it looks freaking sick. This is dropping tomorrow. I will be covering it on the channel. I am very, very excited. Now, this really has like a cool 80s aesthetic to it, and of course some freaking badass music to go alongside of it as well. So I'm excited to be showing you this tomorrow. If you're interested, stick around because I'll be showing it tomorrow. In other gaming news, we had the phenomenal launch of Bonelab. It was pretty crazy to see the entire VR internet go because it was literally that every single person in the community releasing either videos if they had early access or streaming it if they had not got early access. It was just crazy. I've never seen hype quite like it. Now, of course, with the upward rise of anything comes the massive of the other side of it. Unfortunately, with this insane launch of a brand new huge game like Bonelab coming out, it came with some crazy stuff like people breaking embargoes, videos going up when they shouldn't have, all sorts of interesting moments happening across the VR community, which kind of took me by surprise, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, things got kind of crazy on that side of stuff. Personally, I just like to keep stum until I'm allowed to say anything about it, but, you know, a lot of people really didn't, which is kind of crazy to me. We'll see if there will be any circumstances that will take place after this. I very much doubt it, to be honest with you. But anyway, that was kind of interesting to happen. And then, of course, the inevitability of the game like this getting big is people pooping on it, which happens, and I completely get this opinion, as I really feel like this is a very polarizing game. Like, a lot of people were excited because they've seen content on this game and they've seen the things that you can do in Boneworks, and now we had this Bonelab coming to like freaking standalone. People were very excited, and understandably there's a lot of disappointed people. Now, I do think that this is a polarizing game, like I was saying. I think it's a fantastic game. Personal opinion, I absolutely love Bonelab. I think there were some very weak moments in the story, mainly around when you were like unlocking all the avatars. I really didn't like some of those levels. They upset me. But majority, it's very cool, and it's not really just about the story in Bonelabs that's exciting. It's the continued ability to download mods, avatars, and pretty much turn this game into whatever you want it to be. Now, again, I get it. Not everyone wants a sandbox experience in the game. People just want a game. So I understand why it's so polarizing, but it is one of those things. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you just completely impartial? Did you not even pick it up because you were like, bruh, I don't care about the hype train? So yeah, let me know your opinions on that down below. It's kind of been crazy. I'm really looking forward to seeing how fast the mods come out for this. I mean, literally day one, and people were like importing things like Mario Kart into it and a whole ton of avatars and stuff like that. Very, very cool. I'm excited about it. Let's see where the future of this game goes. Next up, we had the Quest 3 leak from Sadly It's Bradley, the man himself, the man of the hour. I will link this full video down in the description if you want to go and see like a proper comprehensive breakdown of this, because Bradley honestly does a fantastic job with those videos, and he knows way more than I do when it comes down to the VR tech stuff. And honestly, his coverage on these things are second to none. But I will break down a little bite-sized chunk for you guys in case you are interested. Now, some of the things that we're expecting to see from the Quest 3, honestly, I don't want to go into my opinion just yet. We'll talk about that just after. We'll talk about what it's got going on in it first, and then I'm going to tell you my opinion. Now, we have things going into this like the pancake lenses, which seem to be adopted by majority of headsets at this point. We've got the Pico 4 with pancake lenses. We've got the freaking Quest Pro coming out with pancake lenses, and there's a Lenovo headset, I believe, coming out with pancake lenses as well. So it's becoming the new normal, which I'm okay with. I like the lens design. The Fresnel lenses, they're cool, but they are God Ray Central, so I'm very excited to see if we can eradicate that by having the pancake lenses. We have the color pass-through coming as well on the Quest 3 leak. So that's pretty cool. I think there's like a depth sensor as well, which should help. I've heard that having the 2 cameras is supposed to really help with making things still feel 3D when you're looking through the pass-through. I've heard that some of the solo experiences can be a little bit flat. So yeah, I'm excited to try that sort of stuff out. Very exciting. There's also an IPD wheel on this, which I think again is a freaking godsend. I mean, listen, unless you're going to have eye tracking that automatically adjusts to your IPD, I just want a wheel back. Having these 3 set positions is hell for me. My personal position on the Quest 2 is right between the 2 and the 3, so I have to finagle this bloody thing. It's a nightmare, so a wheel would be very welcomed. Next up we have the Qualcomm XR2 Gen 2 chip. We're going to come back to this point in just a minute, but just know that there is a Generation 2 XR2 chip going into this. But we're going to bounce back to this in just a second. Let's carry on with the specs first. Now, similar to the Quest 2, it's going to have the battery in the front instead of like with the Pico design where they put it in the back. So it's still going to be that little bit front heavy, but this is supposedly going to be quite a lot lighter. So I guess, you know, pros and cons. There's going to be no eye tracking in the Quest 3 apparently, sadly, which I'm kind of sad about after getting the news of things like the PlayStation VR 2 having it. I was really hoping we were going to get into a new norm with this. Apparently though, the cameras and stuff and the technology that goes behind it is quite expensive, and it would have pushed the price up so much that they decided that they kind of don't want to do those sorts of things with it. Understandably, I guess it's just I really wanted that boom, I really wanted that newness, I wanted the eye tracking. But hey, it is what it is. They've also gone with the soft strap, which I've seen kind of again polarizing people, where there's some people are like, man, I just want it to be fixed, I want it to be soft, blah, blah, blah. Listen, personally, I am more than happy to see a soft strap go on there. Not because I want a soft strap, but because I want to tear that thing off and put a third-party strap on there straight away. One of my most disappointing factors of the Pico 4 is that it's a fixed strap. You can't replace it and just put whatever brand you want on there. One of the things I love about the Quest 2 is the modular feel to the thing. Like, I can modularly change it out, have a strap that I think is comfortable with an extendable battery life, and really literally make it my own VR headset. So although a lot of people are going to be bummed out to see a soft strap on there again, I don't care. Rip that thing off and get a new strap on there, day freaking one, and you're a happy boy or a happy girl living your best life. So that side of things I'm very pleased for. I honestly wish more headsets would follow suit with this, not necessarily a soft strap approach, but the replaceable strap. It's a freaking necessary. It's necessary. I want to have my own comforts, please. Anyway, to bounce back on a couple of other subjects, my opinion on this personally so far, a little bit lackluster. I'm not that excited for it, if I'm honest. There's nothing in there particularly making me go, wow. Yeah, I just Owen Wilsoned you. Anyway, there's nothing particularly in there making me wow right now. The thing that I am very interested in though is the XR2 Gen 2 chip. Like, if this thing is maybe secretly freaking sick, maybe that's the thing that's going to wow me. And that's the part that we really need to understand at this point in this right now, is what does this chip bring? If it's going to double the performance on the headset, I very much doubt it, but if it's going to double the performance on the headset, bro, tickle me intrigued, because then at that point I'm like, hell freaking yeah, this could really bring it up to the level. You know, if we were to double it, it could bring it up to like the power of maybe the PSVR, like PlayStation 4 sort of level of performance of what we're getting out of VR games, but with the clarity and the niceness of all the sweet lenses and the sweet screens that we've been putting in there. So honestly, I'm kind of excited, but I'm also just feeling a little bit about this. Like, maybe it's because it's a leak and not officially like the hype train excitement that can go with things, but I just need to know a little bit more about the XR2 chip. If I know that this Gen 2 chip is gonna be more freaking epic than what's already going on in most headsets at the moment, then maybe my hype will extend. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Are you that excited about this, or is it one of those things that you just need to know some more concrete stuff about it first, and then you can begin to get excited? It's kind of an interesting one. I know the hype train goes woof as soon as you hear the words Quest and 3, so yeah, I'll be interested to know your opinions down below. Anyway, that's going to pretty much wrap us up for this week's news. Whole bunch of stuff, a lot of interesting things, and of course, at this point, really, we are right on the precipice of getting stuff that's super exciting to talk about. I mean, on the 11th, we're going to have the Connect event, and that means we're going to finally find out some cool stuff, like maybe some new stuff that's coming up game-wise. We're going to find out all about the hardware that they've been working on, and about their plans for the next year of virtual reality. So, you know, we never know what's going to happen. I've also heard some, like, freaking rumours busting around that maybe, just maybe, they might drop a surprise headset on us. Could it be this Quest 3 that we're hearing about? Personally, I doubt it very much. But you never freaking know. Wouldn't it be incredible if they actually did that though? Like, here's our Quest Pro, here's this thing that's unobtainium, it's like 1,500 quid, and here's the Quest 3, 500 pounds. You know, I think it would pretty much wow the internet. But I don't think it's going to happen. So let me set your expectations a little. I doubt it's going to happen, but there are rumours floating around that it could be a thing. I just very much doubt it's going to happen. Anywho, I will catch you in the next video. If you enjoyed this, smash like, subscribe. Oh my god, subscribe. Why haven't you already? I know it's like a big, huge effort to reach down and push that like button or subscribe, but I urge you to take the time. You've made it this far in the video. Just do it. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.